Hey, Mark Shepard here at Healing Pastures, and it's time for another Sunday message. It is January 15th, 2023, and we had about 5 inches of snow the other day, so we have not too much snow, but enough snow to make it kind of lovely. Temperature is cold. Don't know how long I can be out here without my gloves, but I want to walk down to the river and just kind of give you a little preamble of what's in this week's exciting episode. First of all, there's a sneak peek of my song Blue Breakthrough, which I've been working on since October, and had a lot of incidences this fall where it was kind of inclement weather, and my friend Corey and my friend Josh really, and my friend Brian stepped up and really helped out, and really appreciating my friends, and didn't always have friends. I was a shy kid, learned how to make friends, and if you're a shy person, check out my Honest Hypnosis channel, honesthypnosis.com. I have a bunch of self-help courses on how to overcome shyness. They work. Anyway, lot to talk about. My son Andrew's up visiting for a couple of days, and he's in his late 30s now, and just grateful as a dumb 24-year-old that I became a father. It was a wonderful thing. He's an amazing young man, and I'm gonna visit my other son tomorrow. Got to see my daughter Tia a couple of weeks ago. So really reflecting on family. My dad hit a deer this week. Every other week he goes out to this gathering of people that he really likes, and he was on his way there, and a deer jumped out from nowhere, and my dad is totally fine, just a little shooken up, and the deer was totally dead, died instantly, and grateful for crumple zones. His car is totaled. But in the course of any week, any day, so much happens in our lives, and there's so much in the news that sometimes it's easy to lose track of your dreams, to lose track of the things that really fire you up, the things that, as I say to myself often, what are you here for? Are you here to watch TV? Are you here to binge watch mindless drivel, or are you here to do something with your life? Are you here to leave something behind for generations to come that might shine a light of hope on them? Because it's a miracle to be here in our bodies, as I say over and over again. We are spirits with bodies, not bodies with spirits. And to be able to do something positive for the world. We humans have been so destructive, and to be able to grow food that nourishes us in ways that takes exquisite care of the animals, that gives the animals the ability to express the pigness of the pig, the sheepness of the sheep, the cowness of the cow, in a way that mimics nature as closely as possible, and is also good for the people who are involved in it. And I had a lot of great conversations this week about that with Corey, who's my farming collaborator. And so that's kind of the preamble. I'm just going to give you some clips of what went down the last couple of days, and I'm going to leave you with my song, Blue Breakthrough. And as always, sending out prayers of compassion, prayers of challenge, prayers of love, prayers of acceptance, prayers of health, healing, and wholeness to those who are in need. And that's basically all of us, because it's a challenge being here, because nothing is certain, nothing is guaranteed, and it's a gift. It is a gift from something beyond ourselves that we can't even begin to comprehend. So, Sunday message coming out at you. My son Andrew and I had a little conversation about making that decision at that point in your life to do what you came here to do. And the key thought is begin. Start small. Start really, really small, but start. Start today, start tomorrow, but start. I love you people. Thank you so much. Peace, love, grooviness. Amen. Blue sky. So I'm here with my son Andrew, who was kind of reflecting on how he's starting to get what I'm trying to do. How I started small at my dad's 3 acres. Then I found a place of 50 acres, 8 acres for the pigs and, like 40 acres for the sheep, and how I kind of practiced there and got that going. And then it was clear I needed another place. And so I overcame my shyness and I started calling people. And my dad's been in this community for 25, 30 years, so he knows people. And he goes, well, you should call Ann, because she has a farm, and she used to be a dairy farmer, but I know she's retired and blah, blah, blah. And Ann was like, well, my son Corey wants to do what you're doing. You should talk to him. So we literally just left her house. She got in my car. We drove, a mile down the road to Corey's place. She introduced me to Corey, and Corey and I started talking about collaborating. And across the river from Corey is this land behind me here. And this is owned by Phil, but Phil lives in California. But Phil knows Corey, and so Corey was able to say to Phil, hey, can we move our cattle across the stream? And here's this guy, Mark Shepard, and we want to combine our herds and collaborate. And Phil was like, yeah, do that, right? So every step of the way required me to just start, to do something I'd never done before, and to talk to people who I'd never talked to before. A lot of the things that used to freak me out as a shy person. And it's amazing when you are passionate about what you're doing and you're putting in the work and you're upfront and authentic and honest with people. It's amazing how many people own land who don't have somebody to take care of it the way they would like to. And a lot of landowners who are not farmers, who bought the land to kind of protect it, who bought the land wanting to kind of protect their own quiet and to set up a place for wildlife. Well, this kind of farming supports all of that. We don't use chemicals. We don't use a lot of, Corey has a tractor, but we don't really have to have heavy equipment. We don't spray anything. We don't dig anything. It's literally about mimicking nature here on the land. And so Andrew and I were talking about that, and I was encouraging Andrew, and I also was encouraging Corey, whatever you want to do, start doing it, but start small. Start small. Like if you want to open a restaurant, start with a food truck, right? Make the kind of food you like making and that you want to share with people, and start somewhere. And if you don't like it, okay, you tried it, right? But if you do like it, then you could go to the next level. Maybe get a bigger food truck, or find a place where you can do a location in the summer under a tent, whatever, It's all about finding what gets you up in the morning and what keeps you up late at night, the things you would do without being paid for that you love doing, and to find a way to monetize it without ruining the excitement, the joy, and the passion. So it's kind of a tightrope to walk. And one other thing I wanted to say is that my dad went to the dentist on Thursday, I think it was. And the dentist, he's like booked 3 months out, right? And he has like 3 assistants. He's got 3 dental hygienists. He's got 2 people behind the counter at the window, dealing with flow and paperwork and all that stuff. And he has an assistant for the assistants, right? And for him just to go to his office and open the door probably costs him, I don't know, thousands of dollars every day. So he has to have thousands upon thousands of dollars of business, and it's lined up. And like, how does this guy even take a break? What if he gets sick, right? There's all that. But with this model, you don't have to have the overhead. And the collaboration model that I'm doing with Corey, we have our own animals, but we're helping each other. Like, I just checked out his animals. I just gave his sheep some water. He'll give my sheep water. He'll throw a bale into my, so I'm able to go away this weekend. I have a music gig down in Connecticut. So I'm going away in a couple of days. And I know Corey's got my back. And when he goes away, I have his back. So to find a way to make a living that you like and enjoy and that is scalable and that doesn't end up owning you, because you don't just want another job, right? Because if you start a business and you do it like it's your job, then you have a lunatic for a boss. Oh, that's you. Oh. So that's the thing I keep working on. Is I've done so many different businesses over my lifetime, and any one of them I could do if I needed to, right? I've been a full-time school performer. I've done hypnotherapy. I've done real estate, title insurance. I actually tried to sell real estate for a little bit, and I hated that. I was a car salesman for about 3 weeks. I hated that. So, like, try things. Particularly if you're young, like, try different things. If you have like, oh, that looks interesting, try it. I worked at Starbucks. That's the only job I've ever had in 30 years. I worked at Starbucks for 6 months and I enjoyed it and I learned a lot, and I don't want to do that either, right? So you, as a kinesthetic learner, you have to jump in and try it. You might not like it, but so what? Try something else. Like, you don't have to have this all figured out upon graduating from high school, right? Try things. Apprentice yourself to somebody. Offer to work for them for a week for nothing, so you can get a feel of what it's like. You know, if you want to start a restaurant, apprentice to a couple of different chefs and say, listen, I'll work for you for a week. Just tell me, I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'll clean things, I'll schlep things. I just want to be around it and see what it's really like to decide if it's something I want to pursue or not. Like, who's going to say no to that? Come work for me for a week. You know, like, what damage could you do? Well, you could probably do a lot. So you want to be conscientious and good at whatever it is you're asked to do. But it's just a thought. You know, I guess that's what this week's Sunday message is. Like, start, begin, try it. Take where you are now and begin. Don't just learn and read books about it and go, oh, someday I should do that. Just start. All right, that's it. I'm done. Bye.
Decided to end, and our hearts are certainly on the mend. Can you comprehend how good it feels to look up and see blue sky begin to break through, and the clouds of gray beginning to blow away? Hey, 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 hey. Gravity sometimes drags you down. Relax, stretch out on the ground. Look up and watch the blue break through. Ooh, watch the blue break through. I see the blue breaking through. Do you catch a glimpse of it too? What's it like to be brand new? I can't say I knew it would work this way. Had a moment when I had to keep fear at bay, but at the end of a very long day, I have to say we found a way to have fun while we got the job done. And I want to thank everyone who joined in and helped turn work into play. Hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. I see the blue breaking through. Catch a glimpse of it too. What's it like to be brand new? to where the air is clear and watch the blue break through for you. Whoa, watch the blue break through. I see the blue breaking through. Do you catch a glimpse of it too? What's it like to be brand new? I see the blue breaking through. Do you catch a glimpse of it too? What's it like to be brand new? I see the blue breaking through. Do you catch a glimpse of it too? What's it like to be brand new?
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the song Blue Breakthrough. This is a sneak preview. It hasn't been released worldwide yet. That'll happen as soon as I have time. This coming week is exciting because I'm doing a school assembly in Connecticut, and then I gotta move the boy pigs, and then we are hopefully gonna get us some livestock guardian dogs. So there's a lot coming up. So stick around for the next ones. I'm gonna try to post more frequently. I tried to do it every day this week, but just my dad and the deer, and it was just a lot, and it scared me, and he's okay, but it's scary how fragile we are. So love the people that you love. Tell them you love them. Spend some time with them. Spend a little time with yourself. Let's not be human doings. Let's be human beings. And I will hopefully see you next week with all kinds of exciting, wonderful news. And I hope you have the best week you've ever had in your life. And to know that it's only beginning, because you're just beginning. You're just getting going. We're just starting here. This is just the beginning. And it's all good. Peace, love, grooviness. Amen as always. Boom. Pigs eating in a snowstorm. Yeah. Got a special treat planned for you guys for next week. If the weather cooperates. All right, so we're doing two different cuts. We're doing a ham steak essentially, and we're doing a shoulder, and we got it dialed in at 225. Here we go. Can't even see the meat for all the smoke. Just salt and pepper, people. You can hear a raven.
Hey, sleepy puppies.
That's quite a beautiful picture. And they're up, because there might be food involved.
Jesus, they're big.
They definitely need more food. So, this is part of my physical fitness program, and fence is off. And you know, if it wasn't off, it would be quite shocking right now. But to get my right foot up and over, I have missed on occasion. Who's my rubber tummy? Where's my rubber tummy? Are you ready? You ready for some delicious pig food? Feed. And the key thing I've learned is to kind of spread them out. they don't fight over them too much. So here, this is an off-grid farm here at Healing Pastures, and we have 4 different ways to get water to the animals. One is to put a tank on the back of the tractor, but the tractor is not here today. We also have a gasoline-powered pump that is fine if the cow's water point is near the river and there's an open spot, right? Not where the cows are now. Doesn't work there. So we're using the sled to just take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 6 times 5 is 30 gallons of water out. The sheep only need one of those 5-gallon buckets. I'm gonna have to help Andrew in just a minute here, but this is one of the best workouts ever, and it's just full body cardio, the whole thing. And I only have lids for 4 of the buckets, but the 2 without lids are actually not splashing too much because it's a sled. It's a little smoother. But to have multiple ways to get water, I'm gonna have to help my boy here. So I'll talk to you in a second. Problem is they roll. They roll while they're trying to eat them.
It makes it more fun.
Unless they roll it into the electric fence.
Oh.
From distance. That's enough. Oh. What? You don't have to be all poopy about it. Jeez. You have somebody right here.
Yeah, hey pup.
And this is Bud the bull.